Program Director,
la directrice des programmes,
Your Majesty,
Votre Majesté,
Your Excellencies,
Vos Excellences,
Heads of State and Government,
et des gouvernements,
Honorable Ministers,
honorables
and
ministres,
Deputy Ministers,
vice-ministres,
the Executive Secretary of SADC, Mr. Elias Hosi,
Elias Mpedi Mako,
Heads of Delegations,
chef de délégation,
the Premier of
donc
KwaZulu-Natal
le gouverneur
Province,
de la province de
Mr.
KwaZulu-Natal,
Ntuli,
M. Ntuli,
the Mayor of eThekwini,
le maire de eThekwini,
Mr. Kaba.
M. Tlaba.
I haven't had the privilege of seeing others,
Je n'ai pas eu le privilège de voir
but those
les autres.
that I have not seen, in
Ceux-là
terms
que
of
je
your
n'ai
presence
pas
here,
vus, je reconnais aussi
I
votre
extend
présence
my
ici.
respect and greetings to you all.
J'envoie donc mes respects, mes salutations à vous tous.
The hour is late,
Donc, il fait des
and I'd like to compliment you all
J'aimerais donc
for
vous
staying up so late.
tous pour avoir accepté de rester
The
si
heads of
jusque
state who are gathered here,
les chefs
including
d'État
heads
qui
of
sont
delegations,
réunis ici, ainsi que les chefs de délégation,
are deeply impressed
sont
to see all of you still sitting here and awake.
encore tous
I've been
assis
looking to
ici,
see if any one of you has been falling asleep.
de voir s'il y avait
I have not
quelqu'un
seen
qui
any
somnolait,
head nodding,
mais je n'ai
so
vu
therefore
aucune
we are
tête
still all
en train
awake.
de bouger. Donc, ce qui veut dire que
We
nous
have
sommes
come
encore
to the
réveillés.
conclusion of the
À
46th
la conclusion de la
Ordinary Summit of Heads of State and
sommet
Government
ordinaire des chefs d'État et de
of the
gouvernement
Southern
de la
African
SADC,
Development Community.
des communes-
This summit has
de-
reaffirmed something fundamental:
a réaffirmé quelque chose de très
the future prosperity,
Donc, la prospérité
security,
et le futur, la sécurité,
development,
le développement
and progress of our
et
countries
le progrès de nos
are
pays
inseparable
sont
from the
inséparables
process
du processus
of developing the entire region
de pouvoir
as a
développer
unit.
donc, la région tout entière comme étant une
Our meeting today was preceded by a rich program of engagements,
programme riche,
including
des discussions,
a successful SADC Industrialization Week,
une semaine
meetings of our officials,
la réunion de nos
and the Council of Ministers,
le conseil
as well as a public lecture that stimulated important discussions on the future of regional integration and development.
l'avenir donc de
These engagements, in more ways than one, laid a strong foundation for our deliberations
pour nos délibérations
and demonstrated the value of
la valeur
drawing governments, business, labor,
affaires du gouvernement,
academia,
les travailleurs,
young people,
les secteurs de
civil society
la
into
société civile,
the work of building our region.
le travail de construire notre
I
région.
wish to express my appreciation
Je tiens à exprimer
for the
notre
political
appréciation
commitment
pour l'engagement politique
demonstrated by all member
par
states
tous les États membres
throughout this
à
summit.
travers ces sommets.
Our discussions have reflected
Nos discussions ont
a shared
reflété
determination
une détermination partagée
to strengthen regional integration,
renforcer l'intégration
to
régionale,
deepen solidarity,
approfondir la
and to
solidarité
act collectively in confronting the challenges facing our community.
aux défis auxquels sont
During
confrontés
this summit, we reviewed progress in implementing the Regional Indicative Strategic Development Plan and advancing the SADC Vision 2050.
2050.
We considered the peace and security situation in our region,
et de sécurité
including developments in the eastern DRC,
dans la partie est de la RDC,
northern Mozambique, and Madagascar.
nord de Mozambique et
We reaffirmed our commitment
nous avons réaffirmé
to peaceful solutions, to dialogue, to constitutionalism,
à la
and the
construction
resolution of conflict through regional
des conflits
and
à travers
multilateral cooperation.
des coopérations régionales.
We
et
advanced
multilatérales.
discussions on
Nous
trade,
avons avancé les discussions
on
sur le
infrastructure,
commerce, les infrastructures,
energy,
énergie,
industrialization,
l'industrialisation
and regional value
et
chains.
la chaîne de valeur.
Above all, we reaffirmed
Au-delà
that
de tout, nous
the
avons
ultimate
réaffirmé
measure of
que
regional
la mesure
integration
ultime de l'intégration
must be
régionale
the improvement
doit être
that
donc,
it
la
brings to
migration,
the lives of the
qui
people of Southern Africa.
apporte donc, changement
Your
dans la vie des
Majesties,
peuples de l'Afrique
Your
australe.
Excellencies,
Votre Majesté, vos
we
excellences,
welcome the adoption of the theme of
nous
this summit,
saluons l'adoption du
which
thème de ce
rightly
sommet
places
qui
the acceleration
place donc,
of industrialization
l'accélération, une
at the center of our regional
au
agenda.
centre de notre
Industrialization is not an end in itself.
n'est pas la fin en soi,
It is the means through
c'est
which
le moyen par
we
lequel
must make all efforts to create jobs,
fournir tous
to
les efforts pour
expand
créer de
productive
l'emploi,
capacity,
élargir la capacité de
to
production,
beneficiate our minerals,
valoriser nos
to
minéraux,
strengthen agriculture and
renforcer
agro-processing,
l'agriculture et
to develop new
la
technologies
transformation et développer
and
de
build
nouvelles technologies
competitive regional
et
value chains.
construire une chaîne de valeur régionale
Our region
compétitive. Notre région
is richly endowed.
est dotée de
We have minerals
nous avons
that
des
are
minéraux
critical to the
et qui
industries
sont critiques
of the
à
future
l'industrie de
at a
l'avenir
global level.
au niveau mondial.
We have vast
Nous
agricultural
avons
potential.
donc des grands
We have
potentiels
abundant
agricoles.
renewable energy
Nous avons
resources.
l'abondance des ressources
We have
et
a
l'énergie
young
renouvelable.
population
Nous avons une
and a
population
growing
jeune
market.
et un marché qui est en train d'accroître.
Our task
Notre
is
tâche
to convert these
est de
endowments
convertir donc ces richesses,
into
ces dotations
factories that will be
en
productive,
usines,
farms
des fermes
that will
productives
produce
et qui
food
vont
for our
produire,
people so that
donc,
we have food security,
des produits alimentaires pour notre
enterprises
population,
that will
des
employ
entreprises
our
qui vont
people,
embaucher
skills
la
that will
population,
drive our
des
economy
compétences qui vont
and
piloter
export
notre économie
and the
et
creation of jobs.
l'exportation et la création d'emplois.
For this to happen,
Pour que cela
we
se
are committed
matérialise,
to
nous
build
sommes engagés à
the
construire
infrastructure that binds
donc,
our economies
l'infrastructure
together.
qui lie nos économies ensemble.
This formed
Donc,
a large part of our
ceci
discussions.
forme partie, la grande partie de nos discussions.
South Africa will therefore place infrastructure development
Alors, placer
at the
le
center
développement des
of its
infrastructures
chairship
au
of SADC.
centre de sa présidence pour
A
la
major focus will be the
Un
development
accent
and efficient
particulier
functioning
sera le
of our
développement
regional
et le
corridors.
fonctionnement efficient de
We
notre région.
intend as a community to make
Nous avons
these
l'intention
corridors
comme communauté de
arteries
rendre ces
of
corridors
regional integration,
importants pour
connecting
l'intégration
our
régionale,
centers of
connectant
production
les centres de
to
production
markets,
au marché,
linking
liant,
landlocked
reliant
countries
donc les
in our
pays
region
enclavés de notre
to
région
ports
au port
and enabling goods,
et permettre
services and people to move across our region more efficiently and also at lower cost.
et aussi à des coûts réduits.
We therefore call on corridor countries
Nous
to
appelons alors donc
conclude
les
and
pays
implement
des
the
corridors
necessary
de
legal
conclure
as well as institutional arrangements
les
required to
arrangements donc,
operationalize
juridiques pour
these
l'opérationnalisation
corridors.
de ces corridors.
We must accelerate the establishment of the identified one-stop border posts. A truck carrying goods across southern Africa should not spend days waiting at a border. Our borders must facilitate legitimate trade and movement while maintaining effective security and customs controls. We must take steps and will take steps to revitalize our railway networks, expand and modernize our ports, and improve the roads and logistics systems that connect our economies. Some of these were the heart of what we discussed. We know that without efficient infrastructure, there can be no competitive regional economy that can improve the lives of the people in SADC. The same applies to energy. We are determined to work towards increasing access to electricity. Our region must, in the end, have access to energy to at least 85% by 2030. But access alone is not enough. Our households and businesses need electricity that is reliable, affordable, and increasingly generated from the diverse energy resources with which our region is blessed. We will strengthen regional electricity interconnection on an ongoing basis and accelerate investment in generation and transmission so that energy can move efficiently between our countries. So we are going to be and will continue to be project-focused. We will bring the same urgency to water and sanitation. We will ensure that our people still do have reliable access to clean water and adequate sanitation. Investment in water, sanitation, energy and transport infrastructure is not simply an investment in physical assets. It is an investment in human dignity, economic opportunity, and the future productive capacity of our region. Your Excellencies, none of these ambitions, and these are great ambitions, can be achieved without financing. We will therefore strengthen our ability to mobilize domestic, regional and international resources for implementation of the Regional Indicative Strategic Development Plan and the SADC 2050 vision. We will proceed without undue delay to put into operation the SADC Regional Development Fund, which all our countries in SADC have embraced with a great deal of enthusiasm. We intend to mobilize our resources to finance our own development priorities while continuing to build productive partnerships, yes, with international finance institutions, continental finance institutions and development partners, as well as with the private sector. The deliberations of this summit leave us encouraged. But our citizens will ultimately judge us, not by the number of resolutions that we have adopted at this summit, but by the difference these resolutions make in their daily lives. The challenge, therefore, before us is implementation. We have developed strategies. We have established a number of institutions and continue to establish those that can function to good effect to advance our priorities. We have identified the need for infrastructure. We have agreed on many of the reforms that are required to deepen regional integration. We must now accelerate implementation. We must measure our progress not only in meetings that we hold and agreements that we sign, but in the kilometers of railway rehabilitated, megawatts of electricity generated and transmitted, border crossing times reduced, factories built, intra-regional trade expanded, and jobs created. That must be the defining character of the next phase of SADC's development. So, Your Majesties and Excellencies, Southern Africa has all the ingredients that are required to become one of the world's great regions of growth and opportunity. We have the resources, as we have said, we have the people, we have the institutions, and as this summit has demonstrated, we have the political will to work together. What is required now is to turn that political will into action. Our summit has been a successful summit. Our discussions were deep and cordial. Our disagreements were few. Consensus seeking was the order of the day. We were united on all the issues that we discussed. Even those that we will discuss later, we were all imbued with the spirit of unity, of purpose, and unity of implementation. South Africa took the opportunity to brief Summit on the challenge that our country has faced in the recent weeks, the challenge of migration. We took the trouble to brief Summit honestly and openly, and we thanked countries in our region for their understanding of the challenges that we faced and in some respects continue to face. We thanked Summit and member state countries for their solidarity, for their support. We also expressed regret at what has befallen us as a country. And we expressed a wish that we should all work together to address the challenge of migration. There was recognition that the challenge of migration is complex, it's not easy. There was also appreciation for the need for cohesion in our region, the need for unity as we address this challenge. On behalf of the government and the people of South Africa, I express my sincere gratitude to all heads of state and government and every delegation for the constructive participation, for the spirit of cooperation, and the unwavering commitment to our shared SADC vision. I'd like to thank the Executive Secretary and the SADC Secretariat, and I'd like to thank our ministers and officials, interpreters, security personnel, and everyone whose dedication and hard work contributed to the successful hosting of this summit. So in the end, we concluded that this summit has been a successful one, and it's been made even more successful by your presence and by you honoring the invitation to be part of this summit. As you return to your respective countries, those who have to travel far and afield, I wish you safe travels. Let us leave Durban with renewed determination to build a Southern Africa in which our borders connect rather than divide us, in which our resources are transformed into prosperity, and in which the benefits of regional integration are felt in the lives of the people of Southern Africa. Let us build a Southern Africa that is peaceful, integrated, industrialized, and prosperous. And lastly, and more importantly, let us build this unity and SADC together. I thank you and good night.